Welcome back, Portal Masters. SEL Matt here for another live SCL unboxing. Today is, a little bit different in the fact that I'm opening up a mystery box. Like, that was actually listed as a mystery box. I know I've kind of referenced things before as a mystery box just because I didn't know what was in it or I didn't remember what was in it or something like that. But um, this one was sold as a mystery box. Um, I I was looking at the listing for this again, and the listing for this was Mystery Skylanders lot of 10 figures, but they had like multiple quantities available. And so like they had I think 4 of them available. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to pay your asking price, but they have best offer on this lot. This is over on eBay. So um I offered them $10 per lot of 10 figures, and I'll buy all 4 of them. So $40 for 40 figures. They accepted. Now, the picture they use, of course, as they do with all these mystery lots, looks pretty decent. Like, it's just the top of a large bin of Skylanders. And I can see some Trap Masters up there. I can see, some Giants, some it looks like there's some superchargers. So it looks like at least the first 5 games are pictured in the picture. But I always wonder, like, is that just a random picture? Is that actually what you're selling? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, they claim, once again, like the listing claims, Mystery Skylanders lot, you will get 10 random figures from really bad English. From the Ben shown, I know nothing about Skylanders, so I'm just gonna pick 10 random figures and put it in a box. Once again, I don't know how much of that is true. So it'll be interesting to see. But I theoretically have a box of 40 Skylanders. I paid $40 for it. I'm listed as a mystery box. I have no idea what's inside. One thing that bothered me a little bit is like I think I saw I couldn't find it today, but I went back and like a few days. I'm always looking on eBay for stuff, right? And so a few days later, I saw like the listing pop up again, and I'm like, so you actually had more than 4 units? Like, is this just a ploy to get rid of your Skylanders junk? Am I just gonna get a bunch of food fights and Spyros? Or what's going on here? So it'll be interesting to see how other people handle mystery boxes. I know how I handle them, but it'll be interesting to see. But DJ Digby, Tom, Artioka, welcome. Biggie John, Skylanders Live, Hungry Panda. Yeah, glad to see you all here. Survivor Cast, ooh, Kobe, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. So the box I'm opening today, like I said, they combine everything into one box, which I understand. Save on shipping when I'm ordering multiple lots. But the first bad sign is that the box is already kind of bulging, which usually means that they tried to stuff too many figures into the box and does not bode well for their condition. So that'll be interesting to see how many broken things I get. But wow, there's actually some bubble wrap in here though. I was expecting no packing material whatsoever, and that's why it was so bulging. But there is one layer of bubble wrap on top. And now we'll get to dig into this and see what happens. Everybody's at school and stuff now and watching me. Man. Okay. But William, Martin, Chaotic, welcome, welcome, welcome. So for those of you who are just joining us, I'm literally opening this mystery box I ordered from eBay. Like I said, they had it listed as it was originally had listed as 10 characters, 10 figures for $20. And I saw they had 4 lots available, so I offered them $10 for 10 figures, but I'll take all 4 lots that they had listed. So $40, 40 figures. We'll see what we get. There were no promises of like no duplicates or anything like that, like I usually make with my mystery boxes. So here's hoping for the best, but we'll see. We'll see. But we are also going to test these along the way because that's going to be another important piece too. Like there were no qualifiers on these things, like if they work or not, or if they're damaged or whatnot. So that'll be interesting to see as well. But first thing I got here, we have a swarm. Pumpkin Face, Airship, Toon Grump, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you along for the ride. We'll see how this goes. But we are 1 for 1 on non-damaged and working figure. So that's cool. Because I mean, I've always kind of said my target price when buying, especially on eBay like that, is like $1 a figure. Like if I can get them for $1 a figure, I'm doing pretty well. So that's kind of why I didn't mind for a mystery box paying $1 a figure. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. With a second figure, we have Series 1 Drobot. Looking good there. And we appear to be 2 for 2. So we're doing all right. What time is it in America? It's 1 p.m. Central Time. 1 p.m. Same time every week. You have a feeling the bottom will be damaged? Possibly. I mean, the thing is, this box is small enough that you can get away with some bad packing and still survive. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. William, yes, auction previews are on Wednesday as well. I always schedule the video for 3 p.m. Central Time. So if this live stream will go past that time, it'll just release on its own, or if I forget about it, it'll still release. But generally speaking, I will release it right at the end of this stream. So it'll probably come out, in the next hour or so, because I don't think this will take too terribly long. But yeah, that will happen today. YouTube got a Series 2 Bash for $350. That's not bad. CX is the place to go. Yeah, Straws. I mean, I know the gameplay is not perfectly in sync. It is a bit delayed, but I've always said for my purposes, when I just do it for these unboxings, I'm not doing a lot of full live streams. Like the only time I live stream gameplay is during my Super Saturdays, and that's like maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So it's not really worth it for me to invest the time and energy to get it lag free. So I deal with it. It is what it is. All right. Skylander Gamer TV, welcome to the stream. We're in a slump right now. The Packers are in a slump right now. I have a buddy who's a hardcore Bucks fan, Buccaneers, and they're in the exact same position we are. A 3-game losing streak. They're 3-4. Totally unexpected. So, yeah. William, yes. I do have a nice Secret Lab chair. Yes, absolutely. Highly recommend if you have the funds for it. one of the best decisions I made for how much time I spend in this chair, in this room. So it's great. It's great. All right. So we are 2 for 2 on the figures. What do we got next? Got 38 to go, assuming they counted correctly too. But we have a bouncer. So that's our second giant there. And that looks like 3 for 3. That works. Off to a good start. Series 2 Zap. That's not bad. I mean, honestly, probably the best figure we pulled so far. Of the whopping 4 figures we've looked at. All right. Then we got a Series 3 Mega Ram Spyro. And we'll just start pulling more of these out. Hope they all work. We got a Light Core Smolder Dash. Sunburn, the one and only. You can call him Series 1 if you want, but I mean, there's literally no other figure. So it is the Sunburn. We got ourselves our first vehicle. So there is the Clown Cruiser. Of course, I won't be able to fully test that one, but it is what it is. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson's case, I feel, is different. He is trying to basically imitate what Tom Brady was able to do. Let me go change teams and win a Super Bowl. I think that's a very unique case. I don't think many people, if anybody else at all, is going to be able to do that, and not in 1 year. So, yeah, that was an exception, I think. Obsession. No, I we need to get out of this slump. Like, our schedule doesn't really get any easier this year. It's got the Bills this week, and that's, I mean, that was going to be a hard game to win, even if we are playing well. The Bills are really good. Did Series 2 Zap ever get a single pack release? That's a good question. I want to say most of them did in Giants. I would have to look that up. I don't have that knowledge in my head easily accessible at the moment. All right, here is our first damaged figure. But if anybody else knows about the Series 2 Zap thing, go ahead and throw that out there. But we have a damaged thump back. So not only missing the anchor up here, but missing the chain down here as well. So, like I said, they never claimed there weren't going to be damaged figures. But who knows? We'll see how we pan out here. That's where it's going to get a little rough. Like, even paying $1 a figure when they're damaged, not really cool. Kobe, don't think it did. Zap did not have a single pack. Okay. There you go. Series 2 Zap did not have a single pack. All right. We'll set you aside. Damage there. Next figure we got is a Series 2 Hex. Looks like she survived the trip. So that's good. Got a few more giants in here. There's Hothead. And Eyebrow. It's not bad there. Highly underrated character in Zulu. Just keep counting this. Where are we at? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, we pulled 13 out of the box so far. Pumpkin face. What's the story behind the custom camo? So there's actually a couple of custom camos back there. One of them was a gift from Earthen Avenger. That's the Berry Blast camo up here. And then down here over this shoulder, we have Captain Camo from this that Skylander dude. The Skylander dude, yeah. So yeah, they were customized gifts from other YouTubers essentially. They know how much I like camo. Yeah, I think I have videos up of me unboxing them. If you want to go check those out sometime. All right. What else we got in here? I've got an item. So there's a Scorpion Striker. Once again, I mean, it's a figure, so it counts, right? And actually more bubble wrap. So they did try to protect them, I guess. Next layer. We have, let's see if her wings are intact here, but we have Flash Wing. It's looking good there. That's not going to do much for me there. Okay. Good news is all the figures are working in game so far. So, of course, we're going to get some starter pack figures in here. There's a Series 2 Cinder. And a Series 1 Drill Sergeant. And what else we got? What else we got? We got Series 1 Warnado. There's Super Shot Stealth Elf. Martin, yeah, the ship went probably a little bit lower than I would have hoped for. Like I said, I forgot to check how much it actually cost to ship the ship. I should go back and check that. To see if we lost money on that or for future reference, if they're worth actually taking care of. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Already okay. The Series 3 camo. So people have asked me before about like Eon's Elite camo and giving them a new pose, and I've always thought something like with an exploding watermelon, like that's I think that makes sense because that's kind of what they did with a lot of the reposes, like the Series 2 reposes in Giants were made to mimic the final ability, or in some cases I think the soul gem ability of the character, like from series 1. Like, they just made the series 2 like, the one that always stands out to me is Bash. If you go and level series 1 Bash up all the way, get his final ability, the in-game change to his armor is exactly what you see in the series 2 Bash figure. And so, like, I think it would only make sense for them to do something with Camo's watermelons. But yeah, here, Camo's vine stretching out. Yeah, there you go, with berries on it. Sure. Yeah, that would make sense too. Gonna get a Trap Team PS4 starter pack sealed. Nice. Yeah, Xbox people are weird. Um, so yeah, that's great. I mean, especially if they're just gonna give it to you, even if you have to pay for it, whatever. Like, that's a hard find for sure. Gondo, welcome. Why do I reset the figures that I get in? Well, one, I always try to do things the way I would want to have them done if I were a customer. And personally, I would want like when I get a new figure, even if I know I'm buying a used figure, like I want it reset. Like I want to level it up myself. I want to choose the path. I want to collect the gold. Like I don't want personally, I don't want something that's already leveled up. That's honestly the Eons Elite are a little bit of a put off to me because they're, already at level 20 and you can't level them up at all. Like that's part of the fun of playing for me is getting to level up the figures. And so I I kind of figured as long as I'm putting them on the portal to test them, take a couple extra seconds and reset them. I've done some informal polling about this, and the vast majority of people, I would say about 90% of the people that have responded to me, um, would like them reset as well. They like that. I've seen people put that in their reviews of the shop that they appreciate that the figures are reset. Um, so I know there's a handful of people out there who want them would appreciate getting non-reset figures, but unfortunately they're in the minority, and so I'm not going to not reset them to appease 10% of the people. Um, so that's where I'm at with that. Um, but yeah, that's what I do with them. All right, we have a light core eruptor. Firecracker vines on the base. Yeah, the camel with the vines would look good. It definitely would. Toon Grump finally got the nightmare last week. Congrats. I'm glad you got that. Goober Fred, welcome to chat. I'm doing well. Um, how cool is Skylanders attraction be in a theme park? Yep. We've talked about this briefly at one point. It may have been like during a Super Saturday or something. Um, we have some weird conversations then, but it was like I think there's enough content out there and enough characters and stuff to create an entire Skylanders theme park, honestly. Like now, is there enough popularity? Like that's the thing. Like if Skylanders were still around today, if they've been producing content for the past 10 years instead of stopping after the first 6, um, could you maybe make that type of investment and put out a theme park or at least a theme park land? Absolutely. I think you could. But that's the struggle right now is that the popularity isn't quite there right now, I think, for someone to invest the money to do that. Um, yeah, Obsession. Yeah, I did take a poll once, and most people wanted to reset. Absolutely. My favorite Skylander, Camo. Camo, Camo, Camo. Tropaz, nothing super rare yet. I mean, we got a Sunburn and a Series 2 Zap. But like I said, this is a pure mystery box. This is someone just getting rid of stuff, right? Um, yeah. So I don't expect to get anything too wild and crazy today, even though they claim they know nothing about Skylanders. So uh like theoretically, if they know nothing and did no research, there could be something rare in here, but I'm not expecting it. Two Grump, thank you. Yeah, I like to think it's a smart choice. You like getting them essentially new, even if they're technically used. Yeah, that's exactly what my thought process. So, obsession. I don't know if that quite applies here. Um, but yeah, yeah. I wish it were that easy. All right. Next up we have Fright Rider coming up on Halloween here. And we have Series 4, Gil Grunt. Tidal Wave Gil Grunt in there. Have a Series 1 Double Trouble. Have a trap. All right, I have one trap in here. Who wants to guess what it is? I'll give you a little time to think about that one. Go pull out some other figures. What do you think that trap is? We got a Series 2 Gil Grunt as well. At least that's intact. So that's good. Losing track of how many I pulled out of here. Pro gamer, I still stand by Spyro's Adventure. That's my favorite game in the series. I'm a sucker for origin stories, so. Life, Water Tiki, Water Trap, Water Tiki, Basic Life Hammer. Yeah, yeah. Yawn Trap. Yeah, that would be something. Life Hammer, Light Rocket. Yeah, most of you are on the right track there. We got ourselves a Water Tiki Trap. Surprise, surprise. Like it's stuff like that. Like we're getting like I understand you're gonna have a lot of starter pack figures or common stuff if you're just throwing out mystery boxes. But this lot so far feels like they do have some knowledge of Skylanders. Like they know what they're putting out here. All right. Oh, this might be the turn into the best figure we pull out of here. We have Ghost Roaster. I mean, I can never have enough Ghost Roasters. Those sell out in the shop, so that's cool. A little variant here, at least. There is a legendary Jetvac. The original, the first 5. First one there. And a nope, damaged. So close. But there's a Series 1 Chill. I was gonna say I'm surprised she's not damaged because I checked for her normal damage with her arms, but it's actually her helmet missing that wing on that side. So that is our second damaged figure. We had Thumpback, and now Chill is damaged as well. So we'll see how this goes. All right. Well, I take that back. This may be nope. Also damaged. And oof, this one might have been damaged in shipment, unfortunately. And this is why you don't pack things tightly. There's a wallop, which could have been cool, but his hammer is cracked. It's got a little wobble there. But yeah, it's almost cracked all the way through, unfortunately. So that sucks. That would have been a nice find. That like this would have been worth one of the lots already, right? Like I paid $10 per lot of 10 figures. Got 4 lots, so 40 figures, $40. And yeah, that would have been a nice find. But of course it's damaged, yes. Oh man. Well, we're down to our next layer of bubble wrap. And it looks like this is the last layer of figures down here. And I'll have to I stopped counting, so I have to double check the total number. It like just looking at it almost feels like it's more than 40 figures, but I'm sure it's not. I'm sure they got the count just right. Unless they like tossed in a water tiki trap as a bonus or something like that. All right. So we are up to now 3 damaged figures for sure. Thumpback, Chill, and Wallop. But see how this goes. All right. All right. What else we got in here? We got a Series 2 Double Trouble. Damage figures over there. Yeah. It's working the game at least. That's good. That's good. Another giant is Crusher. I guess the other nice thing is too, so far I haven't gotten any duplicates. It looks like we may have some like duplicate characters, but not duplicate figures. So like we've had a few Gil Grunts, but they've been different ones at least. So I'm not really going to complain about that either. Yeah, Ardioka, they do that a few times in Imaginators. They use some weird character icons in the game. Like I think it's one of the Stealth Elf figures. Maybe it's Super Shot Stealth Elf uses like the dark Stealth Elf image or something like that. I have to check it again. But yeah, they made some odd choices for sure in this game. Oh man, another damaged figure. Not cool. So there is Ninjini. You can obviously see missing half a sword there. Actually kind of nibbled on both ends of it. Missing both the hilt and the rest of the sword. So that's unfortunate. We'll have to tally these all up later, but we'll get it figured out. Got a Series 2 Igniter. Gondo, yeah. The broken figures go in the damaged mystery boxes. That's where they all go. Yeah, I did think about that. It does look kind of cool. She's dual wielding a sword and a knife. If only that were intentional. All right. We just had Series 2 Igniter. And then as a follow-up, Actually have a legendary igniter as well. That's not bad. It's 4 damage figures. And we got a light core Star Strike. Take it. Have a Series 1 Cinder. Hey, I said reset you. Oh, and I spoke too soon. It's like we do have a duplicate. So there is another Series 4 Gil Grunt. But in that respect too, like even if they did say no duplicates, the fact that I technically ordered 4 lots of 10, like I couldn't be too mad if they did put duplicates in there. Pumpkin Face, yeah, we do get a lot of damage Series 2 Gil Grunts for sure. I haven't kept track of how many, but no, I think I still find more damaged hex because like every hex figure can be damaged. Obsession, I have noticed you picking up a lot of Ninjini figures. You got a plan for those, or you're just collecting them like Myconoid collects Food Fight? What are some good places to get chase variants? I mean, honestly, I just buy them off eBay. It all comes down to just hunting and waiting for a good price. Take some time. Take some time. Was the worst game? I mean, for me personally, I think it's Swap Force. I switch between Swap Force and Superchargers. Right now, Swap Force is that's bottom of my list. They're all good games. Like, don't get me wrong, but if I have to choose, it's at the bottom. What is the rarest legendary? I mean, maybe you could argue that the Imaginators legendaries are rare just because Imaginators in general are harder to find, but they were always a Toys R Us exclusive. They were always available from day one for the most part. Um, like they weren't hard to find. And so they're still out there today. And they're all kind of like for the most part, they probably had about the same number of them produced even just because they were always a Toys R Us exclusive. So I mean, they're all basically on the same level of rarity, in my opinion. What's my opinion on Igniter? Um, he's okay. He like I have a tough time with him because he's very much melee character and very much not my style. But he's not bad. Just more not my style. Obsession, just collecting. Okay. I I always tell people your collection is whatever you want it to be. So if your collection is Ninjini, go for it. Go for it. Um Straw Desert, yeah. I the ones you got from retail are common ones that break. Yeah. Starcast, did you just have the stars break or like actually one of his arms? That's the one that always surprises me when I find either a Starcast or a Slam Bam with actually a broken arm, like it's snapped. Because they have thick arms. Like that's usually why Chill and Hex and Stealth Elf break is because they have those tiny little limbs. But then you get like Slam Bam, and I'm like, you have to try to break that. Like, what are you doing? Steven, do prices generally trend up during the holidays? So unfortunately, I haven't been doing this long enough. I haven't been buying and selling and watching prices and stuff during the holidays. I've only been through one holiday season, and that's really when I was just getting the shop set up. Like we were just getting started. So I didn't really have a good grasp on what happens during the holidays. This year, I'll be able to give you a better idea, I feel. Um, I'm sure people on eBay probably start marking stuff up a bit. I'm I we'll have to see what happens. My prices go up when demand goes up. Um, so if demand goes up significantly for a figure, the price could go up. But I don't plan to just inflate the prices because it's the holiday season. Um, yeah, I base my prices more on supply and demand than I know people are going to be shopping this time of year, and therefore I'm going to gouge them. Like that's not my plan. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, yeah. Straw Desert, the whole arm snapped off. That always surprises me too for a figure like Starcast. Um, Crossover I like to see. I've always wanted to see Ratchet and Clank. I think they'd be a fantastic addition. When did I start collecting? It was, I mean, I got my first Skylanders at the end of 2012. I didn't really start collecting until like 2013. Um, and even then, I took a 4-year break when I sold a bunch of my collection. So now I'm kind of building it back up again. So it's all over the place. Um, All right, let's get through the rest of this box. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, we got ourselves a funny bone. And speaking of legendary, there is a legendary stealth elf. She managed to stay intact. Hey, it's like they knew who was buying this thing. Got ourselves a Series 1 camo. Always like to see that face. And then the final figure in this box. I mean, according to my store prices, this might be the most valuable figure we got today. Did in fact get a wildfire. So he seems to be intact. Shield's on there. He's got his tail. He's got his flame. All the common damage. Yeah. So that's cool. But that's so that chill I was talking about, there's her wing. So that probably happened during shipment as well. All right, let's test the last of these figures here and see how this goes. Shattered, yeah. What is my opinion on NFC cards? Absolutely hate them. I think they should not exist. I don't like talking about them. I feel they're illegal, especially if you are selling them for a profit. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, almost there. What is the rarest figure in my collection? That one's a tough one to answer. It depends on your definition of rarity and which figures you count and which figures you don't. Because technically, okay, red camo up there, probably one of the hardest to find. But you could argue that this guy back here, my 3D printed Imaginator, technically a one of one. And I say the same thing then about like Barry Blast camo and Captain Camo custom figures from people. Like those are one of one. So you can make an argument that I mean, No one else has that figure. No one else ever will have that figure. So that's by definition the rarest. Um, but if you're just talking like standard figures and chase variants and stuff, yeah, red camo probably takes the crown, I think. Like I do have a bunch of the employee editions, even like the uh Prison Break, the employee edition Prison Break. I have a Silver Boomer and Silver Dino Ring, Pearl Hex. Ooh, the Japanese figures, you could argue that those are rare too. So it's a hard question to answer without knowing exactly how many were made, how many still exist. Um, yeah. Is there a Skylanders documentary? I mean, there's not, to my knowledge, there's not a full on like history of Skylanders documentary. There's various videos out there that show some behind the scenes and have some interviews with the creators and different types of things like that. But I don't think there's a full on this is everything you need to know about Skylanders ever. Not the documentary that I want. All right. Two more resets to go here. Let's do this. That's true. I do have Rock Candy Pinata too. That's pretty rare. I do have Silver Boomer and Dino Ring. I think I showed those off in a video a while back. I have to look that up again. All right. Last figure scan here. Yeah, Clear Starcast, Rock Candy Pinata. Like, I think those are about the same level of rarity, honestly. So, do you think Japanese figures are almost as rare as chase variants? I think there are probably more Japanese figures created than chase variants, but since they weren't released in the US, within the US, within this region, I think they're definitely harder to find. So I like, yeah, I think there were more Japanese figures created, but within the US at least, they might feel like they're harder to find than the other chase variants. All right. So there we go. We got all the figures. All of them work in game. So that's a good thing. We had 4 damaged figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So I count 41 items, assuming I didn't double count something. So that's where I get into like, okay, they tossed in this trap for free, or they tossed in this scorpion striker for free, something like that. But yeah, I think I counted 41, which is cool. You know, little bonus. But yeah, I mean, I think this is probably about what I expected. I think my biggest question, my biggest complaint would be the damage figures and like how many of them were damaged in transit. Obviously, okay, so Ninjini did not happen in transit. I think the chill happened in transit. I think Wallop probably happened in transit, and Thumpback definitely did not either. Like they're straight up missing parts; they were chewed off. So potentially they only sent 2 damaged figures, and maybe 2 more got damaged in transit, which is very unfortunate. Once again, like that's something I always try to avoid when we ship stuff. Um, but yeah, we got okay. What did we get? We got one, two, three. Like we didn't even get a tree Rex, so that's a little surprising. And yeah, we only got 3 starter pack figures. So we got Super Shot Stealth Elf, the Water Tiki Trap, and a Series 2 Cinder. So only 3 starter pack figures. Only 1 duplicate, 2 Series 4 Gil Grunts, and a number of, variants too. A few light core figures, a few legendaries, and a couple of Trap Masters. It's not bad overall, honestly. Like I said, I paid $1 a figure. I think I got what I paid for. Um, yeah, Kobe. That I've said I only really want one Japanese figure in my collection. Um, and that's just to say I have one. And the only one I would really care about would be the Japanese camo. So right now I'm currently holding on to a Japanese wrecking ball that I'm gonna hold on to basically until I can find Japanese camo. If I get Japanese camo, that's gonna be my one figure that I hold on to, and I'll happily get rid of the wrecking ball. Um, but yeah, I just want one in my collection to say, yeah, these exist, and um, I have one of them to show you. But yeah, that that would make my day for sure if I could get that Japanese camo. What's more expensive, a boomer or a dino ring? Generally speaking, boomer. Um, but like if we're just talking regular figures, like they're not that far off. Mike Annoyed, welcome to the chat. Was the Wii Dark Edition Supercharger Starter Pack exclusive to any particular store? I don't think so, but I might be able, like, I wrote extensive articles about this stuff back in the day. Let me see if I can quickly pull up. I'm sorry if the feed goes in and out while I'm doing this. Superchargers, do a quick search here for me. But yeah, I tried to cover all this stuff when they first came out. And I don't know if I went that in depth on the dark stuff, but starter packs, racing dark packs. Ooh, here. Yeah, we had a bunch of dark packs. I'm not immediately seeing. Oh, wait. The Wii the Wii Dark Edition Supercharger Starter Pack. That's actually what you're asking about. Yes, I do have a note in here that the Wii edition of the Superchargers Dark Starter Pack was exclusive to Toys R Us in the US. It was exclusive to EB Games in Australia, but it was not exclusive in Europe. So, as exclusive as happens with exclusivity, um, it is usually region based. Um, but yes, it was exclusive to Toys R Us in the US, EB Games in Australia, and not exclusive in Europe. So, yes and no. Depends which region you're talking about. There you go. Kobe got the Toys R Us part of it there, but yeah. Ooh, Dark Bowser and the plane for 25 bucks. Nicely done. Nicely done. Pie Magna, yes. We have finished the unboxing. Like I said in the description, it was a legit mystery box that I bought off eBay. They had them listed. They were originally selling 10 figures for $20, but they had best offer on there. They had 4 lots up there, so like 40 figures essentially. I offered them $10 per 10 figures, so $40 for 40 figures. They accepted it. I got 40 figures. The best thing I think we got is a wildfire. Uh, I just said we only got 3 starter pack figures, so that was nice. We did get 4 damaged figures. So Thumpback and Ningini were damaged previously, like they were attacked by a pet probably. Series 1 Chill, I think, got damaged in shipment, and the Wallop, unfortunately, one of his hammers cracked, and I think that might have happened in shipment as well. So that's unfortunate. Otherwise, that Wallop would have been a nice pull too. But we did get a few legendary figures. We got a few light core figures, so it wasn't all trash. I mean, not as much as I was expecting. It was decent, but yeah. Skylanders Historian, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. Kobe, you have another question? Already okay. Can you be SEL behind the scenes? Maybe at some point. I'm not sure exactly how much there is to show. Like that would be the tough part for me. Like I don't know what I would show you. So maybe we'll see. Why did I decide to keep Wrecking Ball instead of Stealth Elf or Stump Smash? That honestly, that came down to condition. The Wrecking Ball is in probably near mint condition. The Stealth Elf and Stump Smash boxes were wrecked and taped up, and I just figured if I'm going to keep one, I'm going to keep the nice one. I actually did have a secondary Stump Smash, Japanese Stump Smash, that was in the same condition as the Wrecking Ball that I sold privately. So you may not have seen that one, but yeah, that's the only reason. Like if they were all in the same condition, I probably would have kept. I probably would have kept the Stump Smash. Maybe the Stealth Elf, but probably the Stump Smash. But yeah, it came down to box condition. That's all it is. Yeah, Pie Magna, you got it too. Exclusive to Toys R Us. Exclusive to Toys R Us. I see. Wait, wasn't? Yes, it was. It was. Mike, you want proof? You want proof? Yeah, I mean, I have the article I went back to. I'd have to go back and see if, like, I'm guessing they probably didn't mark the box as Toys R Us exclusive. That was probably a late stage decision. When they decide, because I mean, you have to remember they created Superchargers had a ridiculous amount of starter packs because of the Donkey Kong and Bowser situation. And so when they started making the dark editions, they made 3 dark editions as well. And so most places I think didn't have the shelf space and didn't want to carry 3 dark editions. And therefore they made one of them exclusive. I bet you they tried to shop around 2 of the dark editions as exclusives and no one would take it. That's my guess. Is there was probably only going to be one that went everywhere, and the other 2 were going to be exclusive, but they couldn't get anyone to bite on that. So Toys R Us just took the one. Obsession, exactly. It's all about the packaging, and that's why, like, there may be Japanese figures in circulation, but it's the packaging. The packaging itself is in Japanese. The trading card is actually in Japanese. But the figure itself is 100% the same. Yes, you're right about that. Take it out of the box, it's exactly the same. But there are people who collect packaging. There are people like me who I just think it's cool that they put it out in another language like that. And so, yeah, cool. I'll take one. And the fact that like they only put out Spyro's Adventure. Like it's a thing. It's a thing. Um, the most hated giant? I honestly don't know. Like I feel people like each of the giants kind of equally. Like I don't even know that there's really a favorite giant. Here let's go. Okay. Everybody, what is your favorite giant and your least favorite giant? Number 1 and number 8. Just give me those. You don't have to give me your whole list, but favorite and least favorite, and we'll see how this pans out. Yeah, Kobe Wrecking Ball isn't the character isn't one of my favorites really. It's just it had the best packaging. Adam, have I ever customly created a flocked figure? I have not. Personally, I have not made any customs. I only have customs that have been sent to me. Um, it is certainly possible to create custom flocked figures. But a it's a process. Let's just say that it's not easy to do, especially if you've never done it before. Like I'm kind of familiar with the process, but if anybody has done it, let me know. Especially if you have a video of it, that'd be cool. Kobe, have a good day. Why didn't it make a Crash Bandicoot starter pack? A Dark Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, no, no, they didn't need to do that. Yeah, so the 6 starter pack club, I think actually it turned into the 7 starter pack club once we found the golden hot streak because like I mean that became a different thing. I think you could depending on what you collect then too. Like golden hot streak was I think was only available I think we discussed in the Xbox One and PS4 copies. Um And so if you want like one of each unique one unopened with different figures in it, like you almost have to include those packs too. Um, but yeah, I bought way too many starter packs that day. Not fun. Not fun. Um, oh, here we go. Here we go. Least don't have one. See, they're all good, right? Straw Desert least is Tree Rex, whereas I know people who Tree Rex is their favorite. Favorite is Eyebrow, least favorite Thumpback. Interesting. I would not expect Thumpback to be at the bottom, but we'll see. Favorite is hard. Maybe a tie between Eyebrow and Thumpback. Okay. You may have answered that question before. Yes. See, there's a favorite Tree Rex, least favorite Ningini. Interesting. Um, yeah, Adam, if you like document that process of making a flocked figure, that'll be interesting. Very interesting. Obsession, exactly. Like I know there's electricity involved with flocking. It's it's a unique process. Um, do. Cool, cool. Yeah, Obsession, Ninjini. I'm not surprised she's your favorite. Anyway, yeah. So that was the mystery box. That's what we got. Like I said, it kind of panned out how I expected. They didn't make too many promises about like no duplicates or no starter pack figures or no damaged figures. So we got some of all those things. Um, but I didn't pay too much either. So that's what happens with mystery boxes sometimes. Um, but I'm happy with this one. It worked out. And you'll see these figures in the shop eventually, I'm sure. Like I said, some of them are quite common, so we'll probably have plenty of them in the shop right now. It's not a big deal, but yeah, that's it for today. So As I do, let's go ahead and push out. Where is our video for this week? Our auction preview video, as promised. We can go ahead and make that public. So that is live right now. Go ahead and check that out. But yeah, the rest of this week should be as normal. We got our public auctions, our private auctions tomorrow on Thursday, public auctions on Friday, shop update on Saturday. I'll be going live Friday night then at the end of the auctions. Everything should be as normal as far as I know. But that's it. That's all we got. Thanks for hanging out. Go check out the auction preview video and let me know what you're looking forward to bidding on. Talk to you soon. Have a good week. Bye.